You know what? I've been excited for Between the Cushions for like, I feel like it's a month now. When the fuck was the Carlton game? Carlton game was a month because I have a story from the footy that's fucking hilarious. And I laughed at the time, and I could not believe it happened, but it did. And I'd like to start this story right with acknowledging, yes, I was a bit of a dickhead. All right, let's get that out of the way. I was a wee bit of a dickhead in my actions throughout this, and that's fine. That's okay.
Did you get into a fight with someone?
No.
Were you the one who threw the?
No, I was not. I did not get banned for live. No. No, a couple weeks, Hawthorn, Carlton, MCG game. Sat there with my dad, and behind us, there was a woman that I could only describe as a football Karen. She was sat there, and it's very common for those who've been to footy or watch footy. It's very common. Anytime a player tackles another player, you yell ball, even if there is no way it was holding the ball or anything like that, in an attempt to sway the umpires to give you a free kick. Never works. Everybody fucking does it.
There's absolutely zero logic.
Yeah, there's zero logic doing it. Doesn't make sense. Everybody yelling ball. There's 75% of those people know that there was no free kick there. You just do it anyway because. But she sat there behind me this whole time, going, "Do these people not know what the holding the ball rule is? That's clearly not ball." Like she was muttering to herself and to her partner the entire fucking first quarter. Sat there. No. But this is the thing, right? She said comments later that made me think she goes to the footy, so I don't fucking know. So sat there. One of the enjoyable things I have done, and this is my part where I'm a dickhead. And for those who've listened to the podcast, I've got a big mouth. I don't think through what I say a lot of the time. One of my favorite things is when a member of the opposition team say something like, "Well done, insert person," or "Good job," and then that person instantly fucks it up, and then you repeat what they just said in the counteract of that. So in this instance, Jacob Wiedering takes a mark. She yells, "Oh, well done, Jacob!" And he immediately kicks it out on the full. Immediately kicks it out and gives us a free kick. Immediately, without thinking, "Well done, Jacob!" I go and I clap and whatever. Loudly. Loudly. And then I hear behind me this woman go, "Oh, seems I've got myself a little echo." Oh, no. Wait, this is where the bit of it. And then she goes,
"Hold on, can I just pause for 2 seconds?
Mm-hmm.
At any point amongst this, as your dad tells you doing this, is your dad like, haha, or is he like, shut the fuck up?
No, dad is like shaking his head and laughing and stuff because.
Okay,
but
just want to grab his vibe.
So I'm
You're on the same.
Yeah.
User on the same wavelength.
We're on the same wavelength. But literally, a beat happens, and then all of a sudden she goes, actually, not so little, is he? I was like, what the fuck? I sat there, I couldn't help but laugh because I was like, what? That was rough. I'm all for going for banter here, guys. Like, I'm all for it, but at the same time, that was a step too far. All right, like that was a bit all right. So I sat there for the rest of the game, laughing, continuing on. I wasn't repeating her. I don't think I did anything to interact with her directly. For those that don't know, Hawthorn, my team, absolutely fucking destroyed Carlton for that entire game. So I was very vindicated throughout the whole thing. And the only reason I think she was because her partner's like, "Oh, do you want to leave?" At like halfway, like towards the end of 3/4 time. She's like, "No, I never leave the football, even in bad performances." And I was like, "All right, well, good on you." But yeah, that was. And then also I must have just been in it because what the fuck, right? There was one point where, like at this point, Dad had either gone to the toilet or gone to get her a pie or a drink or something. Start of the 4th quarter. Ball goes out in the full. The fucking Carlton defender kicks it out straight out of bounds. It should, like, in the letter of the law, should have been a free kick to Hawthorn to go again. Mm-hmm. Did not get it. And I went, how the fuck is that not intentional? And this Carlton supporter, 2 rows in front of me, he's about 50, 60 maybe, wearing like mirrored glasses, turns around to me and he just stares at me. And so I was like, "You're right?" And he's like, "Mate, I don't need the fucking commentary." I was like, "Whoa, okay, all right, that's fine. That's all good. I get it." So now I've decided after that game, Carlton fans are the fucking worst.
They're having a
Carlton
bad day,
fans,
Ciaran. I mean,
they were.
They're
I
getting
get
smashed, so
I get
they're
it.
a bit testy, you know.
Just a little bit, but I had fun, and I was really bummed because that day I couldn't get home. I wasn't home in time to between the cushions that week, and then it's just been forever since. I think no, it was between the cushions the following week, and I missed the following week. That's why it's been like 3 weeks since.
What did you learn from all of this, do you reckon?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No, to be honest, right? And I don't care if other people are yelling and other people are. I think part of the fun of going to the footy is being part of the crowd, being yelling, talking to the players as if they can fucking hear you. Like just getting feeling a part of the game. Like there is nothing there was nothing compared to the feeling of in that very game. Randomly after a goal was kicked, and I don't think it was shown on the screen, but then all of a sudden the whole stadium started cheering at the realization that Hawthorn had made the top 8, and it was like there's such an odd organic moment of cheering that felt really fucking good. And it's times like that I love the shit out of sports. I love the shit out of going to live sports because it's a very euphoric experience. Sometimes it's not a euphoric experience. Sometimes it's really shit and heartbreaking. But this year as a Hawthorn supporter, it's been pretty good. Been pretty great.
No. It's interesting because obviously I'm in Brisbane, so whenever I go to a sports event, it's predominantly our fan base.
Yes.
There's very little of the other fan base they're having to deal with it, but I guess you're scattered throughout the crowd.
Melbourne
mixed
Victoria
together.
is like any sporting event in Melbourne's like a lot more.
Well, it's there was at that Carlton game there was 90 something thousand people. It's what's crazy, right? Is and Dad and me have always talked about this. When the only thing we can really compare it to is English Premier League and football and stuff like that on that side of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Fans are legitimately separated.
Yeah.
There are an area in the ground for one set of fans, and then the opposite area of the ground is the other set.
And generally that's for a reason, though.
And they don't mingle because, you'd fucking...
everything Ciaran just said.
100%, right?
Is, the English don't take...
Yes, exactly. Well. Exactly, right? And it would cause riots. And so it's very funny when you go to... Well, this is the thing. I don't understand, I hate it when you go to the news and the media where they're complaining about, this player was booed by the opposition or whatever, and booing's bad. I'm like, it's fucking booing. We're not
there was one time it was clearly racist.
Sorry. Adam Goods and anything. Yes. All right. Sorry. Yes. Right. Let's segregate that section.
Booing without some sort of action preceding it.
Yes.
Either they're a former player or they did a bad act on the field.
Yeah, 100% right. Even if Isaac Smith, right? Loved Isaac Smith. Loved him as a player at Hawthorn. He went to Geelong, one of our worst rivals. Sorry, mate, you're going to get booed. We love you still. You're going to get booed. Even if it wasn't really your choice.
It's a sign of respect, really.
Yeah, exactly, right?
If you came back and they didn't say anything, that would be a little bit hurtful.
He's a heel.
Yeah, he's a heel. Exactly, right? This is the thing. But what would be worse is if we were silent, because it means we didn't care and we didn't miss you. It's booze I don't know. I think we are a little soft. Not racist, no. Racial stuff, bad. Stop that. Never do that. Really bad.
I was on here last Arco Couch. She was on. I was saying that sports sucks, so we're too soft too. So there you go.
It's just. I think that's in general nowadays. I think in general in society we are just soft as shit, and there's too many participation trophies and too many. Everybody can be a winner. Where it's no, that's not the way, and it's okay for it not to be. It's okay for people not to win. It's okay to lose. Losing can be a good thing because it gives you the motivation to win.
Lots and lots of money on them to make sure they try to win. then it's not okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Well, that's funny. There you go. I'm trying to. You're getting to fight at football events. I get to fights at cinemas. You know, it's much the same. You know,
It's pretty much the same thing.
It's pretty
right?
much the same.
Yeah.
Same thing. You know?
Yeah. No, 100%.
Tell people to shut the fuck up. You tell people to. You just mimic people. It's very very similar. I think. Yeah.
It is. It is. Yep.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
What'd you ever take your dog to the vet for?
Oh, just a general checkup.
Okay.
But the problem so we had 2 of them needed their general checkup, but you can't just take 2 of them. I got to take the 3rd one because she is anxious and we can't leave her alone. So it's like, all right, we're going to take all 3 to the vets for an admission. It's a good thing I have a ute now. Makes it very easy. Yeah, it's fun. It's good. Well, not fun.
Have you sold your old car yet?
I literally was just. Do you know what? Right, I was literally just talking about this. Actually,
Yep.
I literally
Oh.
I got it detailed cleaned yesterday. $250 for me to get it detailed and nice. It looks very nice at the moment. So just looking at car sales because I'm like, I know I have to pay something to put it up on car sales. $249. The same price. The same price for me to get my car detailed cleaned is how much it's going to cost me to put up an ad on car sales.
Do you need to put it up on there?
Well, I've just put it up on Facebook Marketplace.
I was going to say Facebook Marketplace, surely.
I've just done that first. Probably will end up still putting on car sales because I want it gone. Look, in the grand scheme of things, if I'm going to earn X amount of money out of it, I'm getting a small portion of that money. Makes sense.
No, absolutely.
I do think,
but you know, I guess it depends on the value of the car, that kind of stuff. If you're selling a car for like $1,000,
yes,
hell no.
Sorry.
You know,
it does scale. It does scale the price for it. Scales on how much you're putting it up for.
Right.
So it's like a percentage thing, really.
Yeah, it's a percentage thing. Like it scales.
Okay.
It's like you're going to make
X amount of money. That's not as bad.
That's not as bad. It's still a lot. When I'm like, what the fuck? When I thought I was going to pay $100 probably.
You should see how much eBay takes for charging fees. So I'll sell like a card on there for like $50. Be like, fuck yeah, I'm rich. And they'll be like, let me take like $10. I'm like, what? Fucking eBay? Outrageous.
Yeah, no. So I'm currently going through that to sell my car and get that gone. That'll be nice.
Because the last few things, like obviously you're selling your car for a lot more than I sold my old car. But my old car, my heap of shit car, that was I just put that on Facebook, gone like that because it was a cheap,
it was
automatic. Cheap. And then my TV, my old TV I sold, I put that on there. That took like a month to sell because I refused to like go drop past
to negotiate
a lot. Yeah, well, no, I negotiated down a few $100s, but people
wanted to
like $500. Fuck off! Like no, like I was like I need anyway. So I had to sit on that for like a month to get that through. But yeah. So Facebook Marketplace I think is fine for most things. I guess it's just if you can't find. There was a point where I was thinking like, oh man, maybe I need to put this TV up somewhere else to find a audience for it, I guess, or whatever. But
well, that's my worry. Is like it is like it's. I'm not selling it. Like that's my worry is that it's going to take ages to sell it because it's not cheap. Yeah, is my only worry with it. It's a nice car. I love my car to bits. I wish part of me is other than the cost. It's that's come from it. I love it. I wish I could still buy it, drive it, but yeah, it's a much better situation for me to get rid of it and then save the money that I spend on it for it to just sit in my driveway.
All right, last thing I need to talk about before we move on to actual stuff in video game podcast is I have your local government apparently to thank Ashley Hobley because apparently the Brisbane government was behind bringing AEW to Australia. So, if you want to find out.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Our taxpayer money is going to something.
I mean, I find it very funny that it was like WWE's in Perth. And AEW's like, where's the opposite side of the country?
Where's the far away? Where can we distance ourselves?
Let's just go completely over there. Who do we think how serious do we think they like? What do you think they do with this event? And like how this is my question. Do they have any like do you reckon they do a throwaway like we don't know how big Australia will be like event, or do you reckon they actually put on like a
No, I don't think they'll do what WWE does. I think it'll actually be a proper event.
You don't think it's going to be a 5-match pay-per-view?
No. I think it'll be, maybe it's not going to have like the grandness that we have, the grand levels that we have for
All In or Double or Nothing.
All In and All Out. Like, I don't think it's that, but I think this could be the equivalent. This will be the equivalent of what they're going to do at Forbidden Door in London. Like, it's going to be that level of pay-per-view event. It's going to be a standard AEW event just in Australia.
Well, I mean, the Grand Slam is one of their. It's not a pay-per-view, but
no, it hasn't been pay-per-view. It's been like a
free. It's like a premium free show or whatever.
Yeah, it's like a special version of Dynamite Collision. So
basically, yeah. But yeah, who do you think they? Not that there's many, but do you think they actually have the few Australian people like make sure they're like got prominent spots on the card or no?
Yeah, I think so. I think by
Tony Storm's definitely going to have a match.
Tony Storm will be there.
House of Black will be there.
I actually think they'll even get to the point where Buddy Matthews
has a solo match.
Has a solo match.
He has wrestled solo,
which is funny. Which is very funny considering, because I could see Buddy going for either like the TNT or the International or one of their many mid card titles. Mm-hmm. I could see that happening, and it'd be funny because it'll just be a mirror of the last time WWE was at the MCG and Buddy Matthews won the Cruiserweight Championship in Melbourne. Like, it'll just be very funny that's happening again. But yeah, I definitely think so.
Aussie Open returns.
See, I don't think so because.
Oh no, I hope they are, because what's his face? I can't remember his name, but he's injured currently. So
yeah, but Kyle Fletcher's push is kind of massive.
Fletcher is push, but I mean, the fact that they have their theme song plays, and you just have people, a couple Australians in any audience just yelling out Aussie, 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 like it just I don't know.
I just think I don't know. I think by that time, especially, it depends on how Kyle Fletcher goes in the next 12 to 18 months. Like, realistically, I think if he's what they are looking like they're going to be presenting him as, then I don't think he's in a tag team at that point.
Yeah. And who main events?
That it's too far out, right? Like,
well, I don't know. Do you reckon they Grand Slam? Do you reckon they have a title ship?
Yeah, nice. It's gonna be a title match. Like, it'll be I don't know if it'll be a world title match or they'll just elevate like an international to it.
Because if it's a title ship match, world title, I'm saying I personally would be shocked if Bryan Danielson doesn't still have the belt at that point.
There's no way Bryan Danielson has the point in over 18 months. Because he's at the minute is a run of his original cutoff to retiring was literally like this month, right? And the only reason he isn't retiring is because he's now come out and said, I'm not retiring until I lose this belt. Yeah. But
I just don't see him having a short run.
It's not going to be a short run, but it's not going to be 18 months.
It's not 18 months away.
Isn't it 2026?
February.
I thought
it's next year.
Oh, I thought it was 2020.
It's next year, mate.
Oh, okay. Then Bryan Danielson will be. Sorry. Apologies.
I don't know. Is he going to want to fly all the way to Australia? You know?
He will, because the thing we asked, Meltzer asked Birdie if she'd like to go to Japan and Australia and stuff.
She didn't answer, though. You know?
She didn't answer, but in an attempt to con her into letting him wrestle longer.
I'm trying to be realistic, but also I'm like, I want to see Bryan Danielson wrestle in person, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Have I ever told the story that I've never seen Technically, I've never seen him wrestle in person.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, that was rough.
Have I? Oh,
maybe.
You did, like,
I went to go get merch, and it ended up being a squash match between him and The Miz. Yeah. That was pretty rough. Yeah.
Yep. Blink and you miss it. Yep.
100%. turn around and go look at the merch store and you miss it.
Yeah. So Dylan,
Mm.
if imagine you had like a direct line to like Tony Khan or maybe like one of the EVPs or something. Like, what would be your dream match to see at AEW Grand Slam?
Oh, can I? I'll put it in. I'll put it in.
Okay.
Dylan would want, if both of them were fit and available, Osprey Omega.
Obviously.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Like I'm not like I'm nearly not even like. Do they have a storyline at the moment? I don't care.
You don't care. You would just be, if they were just like, hey, Grand Slam, we put Osprey and Omega in a match against each other, you'd be like, yeah, I'm in.
Just even give me. I want to see RLL, Omega, Osprey, Omega, Okada, Omega. I don't know.
Omega. Imagine if they did Okada Omega in Australia. That'd be fucking ridiculous.
This guy asked for it.
He's got a direct line. What are you gonna do?
Give me the, you know, just I'll just pick any of my like favorite wrestling matches and be like, do that again. I want to see it in person. I'll tell you what though. I may seeing this waking up to this news the other day may have breathed life into me for the rest of breathed some life in me for the week. I think. I don't think I've been this excited about anything since I was a little boy.
Oh, this event.
Yeah, this event. I was excited.
I thought you were segueing to something else.
No. I was just saying I hadn't been this excited for like when they, because I was like, oh mate, I kept thinking like maybe one day they'll come to Australia, maybe one day. So, and I never, like I didn't think it was like anywhere near close to that being an announcement.
Oh, it was always coming. It was always down the track there. I don't know. If I wasn't going to have to buy grand final tickets this year, I probably would have been in. But I'm probably going to have to buy grand final tickets. So
why do you think you'd have to buy grand final tickets this year?
Clearly, because Hawthorn's going to be in the grand final. So that's a lot of tickets. That's a lot of tickets I'm going to have to buy.
How much do those tickets cost?
To be honest, I've never been to a grand final, so I've never had to buy one. So
wait, you've never been to a grand final? Hawthorn was in like 7.
I know, and I wasn't this manic of a fan during that time of my life, you know? It's funny, my dad's been to one. Like my dad's been to one. Dad was in a corporate box for Hawthorn versus Freo 2014. Yeah. So he always holds that over me. But yeah. No, Hawthorn Freo was 2013, sorry.
Let's see.
Surely it wasn't that long ago. Like I feel like I don't know.
It was like 10 years ago. Over 10 years, like 11 years ago. Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. The quick look I can see, level 2 tickets are $493 for the grand final.
Yeah.
How much?
$493.
That's where they start, or is that the high end?
I don't know. That just says
that's starting 2. For level 2. So yeah, it just depends on
where would you and your dad and whoever the rest of your family
wherever we could get tickets, to be honest, because we're not that high up on our membership scale. So yeah, like category. I think we're category like C or D. So we just based on what we can get.
How much do we spend on tickets?
Fucking that's
750.
Yeah, $750.
Less than we thought, though, so that's fine.
It was less than Dylan wanted to spend.
That's the funniest thing to me was, and so this stuff got announced, and I'm telling people at work who do not give a fuck about wrestling, have no idea what it is, and I'm just like, man, I gotta like, I'm spreading my excitement everywhere I go. They're like, how much are you gonna spend on that? I'm like, oh. I was telling someone at work someday, I was like, man, I'm down to sell a kidney. I'm just trying to convince the other two. Like, and then there was a stage there where I was like, all right, Buddy's in. Buddy's gotta, but we need Ash. We can't, we all have to agree to pay the same amount. You know? I was like, put Ash back in debt. Put Ash back in debt. Put Ash back in debt. You know?
Yeah.
So I remember, I think I said it to Buddy at some point, like a year or two ago. I was like, if they come to Australia, I don't care the cost. I'm like, I'm going. But yeah, we're on the floor. We'll be there. Have a great time. If you're all the way up there in those pleb seats, we'll give you a wave.
They haven't even sold those yet. You know, they've only sold the very most expensive ones yet. First.
That said, I did see apparently the ticket sales are very good so far. So goes the reports. Which is good.
I don't know. I think there may have been a pre-sale before we were able to get in.
There must have been a pre-sale for like special elite members or some shit like that.
We didn't sign up for that waiting list, did we?
No, Buddy did.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they like got in at 9 o'clock. But
there might have been or something. Yeah, some like pre-access thing or whatever. But I mean, that's fine. I think I can live with how close we are.
Yeah, we got a chair.
Yeah, we got a chair to bring home, which I did also tell someone. They're like, "How the fuck are you getting that home?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'll post it." Just carry it on as my carry-on. Yeah, so you cannot bring a table in here. What?
I guess you.
The thing is, right, I will also say, right, those chairs never look comfortable.
I mean, they're just basic.
They're not made for comfort. Chairs. They're made.
But those are the chairs you're gonna be. Those are the chairs you're gonna be sat on for the night.
Nah, only in the ship matches. We'll stand it up, right?
It's true. We're at the end of our section, so I assume there's some sort of gap behind us.
Yeah.
So the gap is going to hopefully be big enough for us to not care what the people behind us are going to be.
Yeah.
Having
Chris Jericho's theme songs plays, and I'm like, all right.
We can hold up our signs and like not worry about the people behind us.
Yeah, we got to
they're too far away.
Signs. We got to think this is some good signs. What should we try and make a funny one, or just should I just like make like check out explosionetwork.com? Like what should the
Yeah. Well, we can bring multiples, you know.
It's true. It's a good point.
You could double side them,
especially if they say they're recording like a something else. If they announce, maybe.
Yeah.
Could do it dark.
We're camera side, right?
Yeah.
We theorized.
We theorized.
Based on the stage and the ramp.
You'll see us when Mox comes out through the
crowd. I was thinking,
Kieran's going to have some major FOMO when it's on. I'm telling you.
Right 100%. I will, but it's what it is.
I thought we should have a sign that's donate blood when Mox comes out.
I already did. He's bleeding as he's walking out. We're like, you legend! It's going to be good shit. Anyway. February. Let's go. All right. Let's record Arcade Card.